The National Optometric Association was founded in 1969 in Richmond, Virginia, by 25 African American optometrists from across the country. Their goal was to make history. The meeting was called by Dr. C. Clayton Powell of Atlanta, Georgia, and Dr. John Howlett of Richmond, Virginia, to establish a national organization of minority optometrists.
We wanted to organize blacks in optometry because there were so few of us. The schools were not trying to recruit in the black communities, and there was nothing going on that would cause black students to look at optometry and look at everything but optometry.
Most of the optometry schools in the United States have really underrepresented minorities, and particularly African Americans, in the schools of optometry. So it's really important, I think, for those students to know that there is an organization that reflects their image, first of all, and their values, and is a supportive network to help them through some of the challenges that can occur going through the process.
The mission of the NOA is advancing the visual health of minority populations. We realize that the NOA has a different segment of the population that we really emphasize. That's not just African Americans. It's important that we advance their visual health just like we do in our general populations.
We felt that the minority OD would remain in the community and give service where the others would be going outside of the community, and we would not still have good quality vision care for our kids and for adults altogether, really.
Our members practice optometry in every way that it can be practiced. You know, we have members that are on faculty at the universities. We have those that have private practices that work in, commercial settings. We have doctors that work with children only. We have some that work with low vision and with the elderly.
The impact of the NOA on my career and my success, most notably becoming AOA Optometrist of the Year a couple of years ago, and this year being inducted into the National Hall of Fame, I think goes back to the social commitment of the NOA. I recall early on one of the founders, C. Clayton Powell, talking about the need for a social consciousness within optometry. And I think NOA helped catalyze that in me.
NOA membership benefits are many. They include continuing education, networking opportunities for the members. We provide mentoring programs for our students, partnering up with practicing ODs. We provide awards and recognitions at our award banquets at the annual convention yearly. We also provide economic development for our members.
Well, there's no substitute for people who are doing it and making a difference in their communities to be role models out there for prospective students and prospective optometrists.
Being a member of NOSA, again, I was able to form relationships with doctors that had already been out in practice for a number of years, been able to network with students that maybe a year or two are ahead of me, or students that had also just graduated right out of school.
Although NOA was started by African American optometrists, at OSU, the largest proportion of NOSA members are non-African Americans. They're Asian, they're Hispanic, they're even Caucasians, which is wonderful, I think.
I want people to know what NOSA stands for. I want people to know what we do, what we're all about, and I want people to know about NOA as well. It's not just for the minorities, it's for everyone. It's for everyone who wants to make sure that the underserved populations are given proper eye care. And I think that's an important mission.
I especially enjoy working with students and assisting them in developing their clinical skills. As a matter of fact, I spend extra time working with students who need extra help with their clinical skills, with their analyzing cases, and developing management plans.
Getting the support and the continued encouragement from the ODs that were members of the association. They were like fathers or mothers, and they will always be there to always encourage you to stick in there, don't give up, it's going to be fine.
It has been such a vital factor in bringing minorities into the profession. Not only blacks, but Latinos have been a part of our organization. we serve the urban areas.
NOSA was important to me because it's important to involve, I believe, both minority students, or future minority students, but also the general population.
The Three Silent Killers program is a program of the National Optometric Association. The Three Silent Killers include hypertension, glaucoma, and diabetes. Those conditions are prevalent in the African American community as well as other minorities as well. And we call them silent because they show little to no signs in the early stages of those diseases.
We developed this program, this public health program, to be able to look at, from a more outcome standpoint, what we can do as part of our community service and community outreach.
NOA has been there for me from the beginning, and during school and after school, and without the NOA, I don't know what I would have done. I tried to recruit on a daily basis. Who else is a better recruiter than the doctor that practices in the community and try to recruit minority to practice in the community? And when you look at from a cultural competence standpoint, that's a win-win-win for everybody, a win for the students, a win for the doctors, and a win for the patients.
My involvement in the NOA has allowed me, I think, to grow as an individual and as well as an optometrist.
The NOA provides tremendous continuing education and professional development.
One of the things that I value most about the National Optometric Association are the friendships that I've established over time. And it kind of extends beyond a friendship. It's a care, it's a loving a relationship that is beyond professional.
Well, camaraderie in NOA is something special. You don't see it. I've been at other conventions. You don't see that type of camaraderie. It's almost like a family.
The NOA is as important today as it was 40 years ago. Because 40 years ago, it was an opportunity for optometrists to come together of like-mindedness. And today, we have different challenges, but we can also come together and fight for the advancement of great vision care for minorities across this nation.
NOA represents, in my opinion, optometry at its best.
I cannot imagine my career without the National Optometric Association, what it's meant to me both personally and professionally, and even for my family. I'm at the point now where they know my husband is, so my husband goes on the golf tournaments, and so it's very clear that my family enjoys the conventions and the camaraderie as well as I do.
The NOA is it's like a way of life for me. It's not just something that you do every now and then, it's just you wake up in the morning, you think about optometry, you think about things that you can do on your job, in your community, to help better vision care. So to me, it's a way of life.
I'm so glad the National Optometric Association exists. I can't imagine where many of the minority optometrists would have wound up if they would even have known anything about optometry were it not for the National Optometric Association. I hope they continue to exist and continue to do the good work that they've been doing.
I'm most proud of the fact that it has grown as it has, that we still have young people who are coming in, that women are coming in now and even taking over and doing a good job of running it.
The NOA is about love. It's love for our profession. It's love for our people. It's really an association about love for optometry and eye care in the minority communities.